Could you tell us a little bit about this course on haptics at Stanford, which you're going to be opening up to remote students? What does it focus on? What's the goal of what are you introducing students to, and what are some of the projects you work on?
Yeah, so I've been teaching haptics for 25 years now, and at Stanford, this particular course focuses on how do you give humans touch feedback. So that requires teaching in some areas that are very interdisciplinary. So we start with understanding the human sense of touch, right? What are the mechanoreceptors embedded in our skin? How does the human brain process the sense of touch? And then we move on to the actual devices themselves. And we look at two main different types of haptic devices. Force feedback devices, which are of the type where you can hold onto a joystick like a manipulandum, as well as tactile devices that provide distributed stimulation to the skin. And then we use those devices in laboratory experiments where we both interact with virtual environments as well as teleoperated robots. Very similar to the way in which it's done in surgery today.
Why might someone be interested in taking this class?
There are very few classes out there actually about the sense of touch, and folks are recognizing the increasing importance of this in the field of robotics. So that types of applications include industrial robotics, so being able to have robots do manipulation tasks. I think the other reason folks are taking it is because there's a need for robots that interact with humans to have this soft touch for safety reasons, and the sense of touch is going to be critical in that.
What kinds of projects, what kinds of experiments have you seen students do, and how have they gone on to apply this in further research or in industry?
Yeah, so the class really has two phases. One phase where students do laboratories where they develop an existing haptic device. They use the tools that we give them, program it, use it for exploring virtual environments and also for teleoperation. And in that sense, we're guiding them through the process of what are the components of a device, how do you put it together, and then how do you program it and use it. And then the latter half of the course is very much focused on projects. And this is where students can really get creative. Because with the guidance of myself and the course assistants, we help students figure out how can you actually build something new that's of interest to you. And the most fun part of the class is at the very end when we display and let people experience those projects in a very highly interactive open house. And they can be done remotely, right? You could teleoperate a remote robot. If you are creating a haptic virtual environment, someone can experience that from anywhere. The way in which students have used this afterwards has included people that went on to work for, say, a teleoperated surgical robotics company. Some have gone on to PhDs in robotics, and others are just taking that knowledge as another important basic piece in their toolbox for robotics. And this additional aspect of learning about touch is an important tool for modern roboticists.